Yo, g'day guys, how are you all? In today's video, we will be discussing tips for comforting people who have just gone through brain surgery. So you're deep into the recovery stage. Um, so this is a great question that was posted in the comments of one of my videos by Elle. Elle, it's a fantastic question. And I want to come at it from the perspective of the support network or the caregiver. And not necessarily the patient or the individual themselves. So hey guys, I'm Joel. I'm the Brain Tumor Warrior, and here on this channel we discuss all things brain surgery, brain tumors, and brain surgery recovery. So I had brain surgery in 2020, and my life has changed forever. And on this channel, I just share insights and hopefully a bit of inspiration for anyone out there who's going through a journey themselves, or a caregiver whose loved one is going through what is honestly the most scary, hectic, life-changing phase of their life. So yeah, let's focus on three things today in today's video. So the first thing, we're going to talk about managing expectations. The second thing, I want to talk about being normal but supportive, and we'll break that down soon. And then point number three will be the best piece of advice I ever got. Alrighty, so guys, what I mean by managing expectations, through the lens of a caregiver, for example, like if it was my son or my family, it's through the lens of the caregiver. You need to realize the person, your loved one who has just gone through brain surgery, has had an enormous life-changing trauma. You may have someone who fully recovers. You may have someone like me who has a few life-changing deficits that may impact their life moving forward. You do have to remember and have the expectations that this person may never be the same ever again, but they are alive. They are going to create new memories. They're going to create new achievements. They get to move forward. So there are millions and millions of us, sadly, who get a brain tumor and sadly pass away. So yes, your loved one is going to potentially have a life-changing event. It doesn't change who they are. And in all honesty, the gratitude should be so high for them even having a chance to live and move forward. So please manage your expectations. I've actually connected with other people in similar situations, and they're all like, oh, my loved one is different. My loved one's changed. I want them to go back to the way they were. They might not. I used to run marathons. I used to do CrossFit. I used to be a high-level footballer, soccer player. I don't know if I'll ever get back there. And I've also come to the realization, so of my family, that I might not. But I'm here. I achieve things every day. I've progressed in my career. I've now got a fiance. I've got a son. This isn't a way to boast and not be humble. But I'm just saying, yes, your loved one may have changed forever, and you do yearn for the old them to resurface. But you've got a second chance, and there are still a life's worth of memories and achievements to be had. So yeah, look for the gratitude in that. So yeah, point one is all about managing expectations. And yeah, they may not go back to how they were. They have to obviously accept that, but so do you as the caregiver. You have to realize, hey, this person is now a new version of themselves. Not a new person, they're a new version of themselves. They may have deficits, different symptoms, etc., which is quite a cool segue into point number two. It's all about being normal with them, but being supportive. So what do I mean by that? It can seem from the patient's perspective, if you are being coddling or overprotective or condescending because you're trying to act different. The best things my best mates ever did for me when I was deep into the recovery, so like weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4 after surgery, I looked so horrible. I could hardly move. I could hardly talk. I had a massive eye patch on. I looked like I'd been smacked over the head with a baseball bat. I felt like I'd been smacked over the head with a baseball bat. The best things my family and friends did, they just treated me normal. They cracked normal jokes. We talked about normal things that I would normally talk about. There was no tiptoeing around. And when my family started to overly coddle and tiptoe around things because they were trying to be supportive and caring, I just go, guys, I'm fine. If I'm not fine, I'll tell you. Please just be normal. And being normal for your loved one, it's so nice and just takes the pressure off, because us as a patient, we know there's something wrong. We feel horrible in the head, we feel horrible in the body. It's a very painful and challenging time. The last thing we need is for all of our loved one and support networks and our friends and family to also be treating us different. That just alerts us something's wrong again. Just be normal. Crack the same old jokes. Talk about the same old things. Talk about goals and dreams, and just be real. Just be your normal, authentic self. And I guess to highlight point number 2, don't change yourself as a caregiver. If you're a smart ass, excuse my French, if you're overly funny or dry in your sense of humor, just continue to be like that. If you're cheeky, be cheeky. If you don't give off that caring vibe throughout the whole life, don't start doing it now. Just be yourself, be your true authentic self, so that your loved one who's just gone through brain surgery can also be their true authentic self, and it will help them recover. Because the best things my best mates, my boys ever did, they just treated me normal, cracked jokes, stirred me, gave me shit and stick where we normally would, and that was our banter, and it was great. It made me feel normal for the time they did coming to visit me. Alrighty guys, so point number 3, and this is the best piece of advice I ever got, and commonly through all my videos you'll understand that my dad always gives me really good advice. This one's for him, and I actually got it tattooed to the back of my arm recently for my 5-year anniversary, and it's take things one day at a time. So my dad used to come in every day and visit me with my mum every single day. They would drive 2 hours from their house to my hospital. They would sit with me for an hour each, and then they would then drive back home every single day. They would drive for 4 hours every day just to visit me. But yeah, my dad's best piece of advice was just take things one day at a time. What this does, it compartmentalizes your recovery and your journey and your rehab, and it doesn't put too much pressure on you to go from brain trauma and brain surgery and completely heavily affected to then trying to get back to your old self or in a rush to improve. Just take things one day at a time. What can I do today to improve on yesterday? Do I need more rest? Do I need more water to hydrate? Do I need to try and practice walking a bit more? What can I do to ensure that I'm better than yesterday without putting too much pressure on myself? Because tomorrow is going to come, and the next day, and the next day, and all these little small mini milestones, I call them, we compound them on top of each other. And just like bricks when we're building a house, after a few weeks, few months, few years, we've built a good solid structure and recovery. And you can sit here like me 5 years later, sharing my insights and sharing my success, my advancements in my recovery. As you may or may not know, like I spent 3 months where I couldn't walk, 3 months where I couldn't eat, and 3 months where I couldn't see. And now I'm back having a pretty independent life. Yes, I've got some walking issues and balancing coordination issues, but I'm back. I've got a full-time job. I've got a son. I've got a fiance. Life's bloody great. And I love it. So please take things one day at a time. And that's what you should be constantly, as a support network person or a caregiver, that's what you should be basically telling your loved one or the patient every single day. Let's just take things one day at a time. Let's get through today, and let's get through into tomorrow and see what we can do and advance on those little mini milestones and build that brick by brick recovery journey, and you can't go wrong. So guys, I'd love to hear your story. I'm really trying to connect our community. The subscriber count is starting to climb on this channel. And I've said a million times, I'm not here to become Beyonce or Oprah or Mr. Beast on YouTube. If I was, I'd choose another subject. It's a pretty melancholy and sobering subject, talking about brain tumors. But I do want to get my reach to as many brain tumor survivors and also their families as possible that may not know about my channel. The way you can do that is like my video, share it with someone, put a comment in the comment section below, and just help the people at YouTube push my videos out to people who do need them. Because as you guys all know, it can feel very, 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 very lonely sitting in there in that recovery bed and not knowing what to do. Your life just changed forever. You have no idea. How cool would it be if they can just sit there and watch videos or listen to videos like this of a little bit of hope and support that You know, we've got your second chance of life. We've survived brain tumor and brain surgery. Now we can stay positive and move forward. So guys, I'm going to end the video how I always do. I'm sending loads of positive vibes out there to anyone who's going through chemo, radiotherapy, or any other treatment. If you're waiting on the results of an MRI, like I will be next week, I'm wishing you nothing but the best news from your surgeon and your caregivers and your GP. And please help me spread the word as much as possible. Get down in the comments and start a conversation. Alrighty guys, see you in the next one. Peace.